Apple tried logic and now it's trying flattery. Apple CEO Tim Cook presented US President Donald Trump with a US-made, emphasis on that for sure, a US-made silicon wafer encased in 24-karat gold as a symbol of cooperation between the US government and one of its most valuable tech firms. The subtext, of course, is that no one, not even one of the most valued tech companies, wants to be slapped with tariffs for not bending to the will of the president. So Apple has made a decision and the US president announced that pledge that promises to bring in more investments into the US.
Today, Apple is announcing that it will invest $600 billion, that's with a B, in the United States over the next 4 years. That's $100 billion more than they were originally going to invest. And this is the largest investment Apple has ever made in America and anywhere else. And it's just an honor to have you. As you know, Apple's been an investor in other countries a little bit. I won't say which ones, but a couple. And they're coming home.
In case you missed it, that's 600 with the B. This builds on an earlier pledge of $500 billion, which included plans for an AI server factory in Texas and 20,000 new research and development positions. President Trump introduced the pledge during an Oval Office event, highlighting it as a part of his plan to stimulate domestic manufacturing while offering Apple a path to avoid impending tariffs on iPhones. In May, Trump had threatened Apple with a 25% tariff on products manufactured overseas. This was in sharp contrast to an earlier policy when Trump had exempted smartphones, computers, and other electronics from rounds of tariffs on Chinese imports. Trump's effort to reshape global trade through tariff cost Apple $800 million in the June quarter.
It's a significant step toward the ultimate goal of ensuring that iPhones sold in the United States of America also are made in America with the mass infusion of capital it's announcing today.
When Trump says they are coming home, does he really mean that it will see a big uptick in manufacturing jobs in the US? Analysts note that these investment figures mirror Apple's routine spending patterns and echo commitments made during previous administrations as well, suggesting this may be more strategic optics than a new direction.
I hate to use the word bribe, but I'll just put it out there. So what's interesting is two things. First, there was no mention that these investments would be in producing manufacturing goods, right? We heard about AI investments. We heard about other things, but we didn't hear, let's produce iPhones in the US. And so there's this big investment being made. And at the same time, what's happening is that Trump's tariffs are actually going to exclude iPhones being imported into the US. So if you import an iPhone from China, you're not being hit by these very high tariffs. And if you import an iPhone from India, we just heard that they also will not receive tariffs. So it's the timing is a little suspicious, but it looks like as a result of this extra $100 billion, there will not be tariffs imposed on imported smartphones.
The whole thing is just the final assembly that you're focused on, and that will be elsewhere for a while.
Tim Cook has also clarified that while some components of the iPhones are already being manufactured in the US, it will still be a while before the iPhones can be fully assembled in the US. Nevertheless, Apple would expect this announcement to ease some of the pressure it has been feeling from the Trump White House, and markets have reacted with hope to this announcement. Will that mean Apple can stop worrying about being targeted by Trump? That's an entirely different story.